Vocaloid recently has been just the same as always. So extremely peak. Like, wow, seriously, we've been getting masterpiece after masterpiece at a rate that I feel like I was never really present for in the past. I would always hear about moments like this, but getting to see a handful of new songs blow up in so little time, it's awesome. Not just because it's great that these songs are getting the recognition they deserve, but because that means I get to see them instantly because they destroyed the internet. And if there's anything I am, it's a huge content that I like hoarder. I have a ton of thoughts on these 3 newest Vocaloid songs, and honestly, I'm dying to get into this so bad that I don't even want to write a proper intro, so let's just go. Don't Believe in Tea. I listened to Pinocchio P all throughout elementary, middle, and high school with songs like Lonely UFO, Nice to Meet You Mr. Earthling, Ghost Play to the Audience, Zero, and emphasis on Reincarnation Apple, making me all feel incredibly seen, entertained, and changing my life in one way or the other. But I didn't expect a recent song of his to do so for me too. Not because they're worse, far from that, just because I forgot just how biased I am to his work because I haven't been listening to his new releases since Anonymous, with the exception of Fake Meme. I just forgot how much I love his work, and when I saw he made a song with Teto, the new mass production brain rot queen of Vocaloid, which we'll talk about later, I thought, please don't be Synth-V, please don't be Synth-V, please don't be Synth-V, please don't be Synth-V. Watch my video on what I dislike about Teto Synth-V for more details. And while Teto definitely doesn't sound the most unique here, which we'll talk about later, man, I don't care because her being in this got me to click on the song and I don't regret it for a single second. Don't Believe in Tea is about a hypnotized follower Miku and a hypnotist leader Teto. Teto tells Miku about anything and everything that she thinks Miku should believe. Life's better if you don't take it seriously. Take the easy way out if it hurts too much. It's okay to sell your soul in order to win. Teto is comforting her while putting Miku in weaker positions. The less she tries, the less agency she has. And the less agency she has, the more control Teto has over her. After leading Miku down that path, Teto starts to suggest things that will directly harm her. If it feels good, even poison's fine to drink. If you give me money, you'll be happier. Being around those who warn you will only make you unhappy. Let's kill them. And Miku, thriving off of this sense of comfort and security that probably no one but Teto has ever given her, wholeheartedly agrees with these sentiments, because otherwise, what else does she have to face other than past memories that she can't escape or plain old reality? She says it herself. Don't believe in tea, they say. Please don't say that. If I don't blindly believe, I'll go insane. But even so, this relationship with Teto is harming her. By the end of the song, Miku acknowledges that she's been played for a fool. I was truly deceived. But she also says, but I was happy. The final thing she tells us is, don't believe in this song either, which could be a message to the listener to not believe people like T and let what happened to Miku happen to you. Or Miku is expressing that she wishes she hadn't believed T could be bad so she could stay happy. The second interpretation is a lot darker and it's advice no one should take, but I think it's deliciously dark and extremely sad. And extremely comforting. Being someone like this Miku with a super weak mental state, I can say that it is 10 times easier to believe comforting lies of another than to think for oneself. That doesn't mean it's okay or that it should happen, but it is easier. So I find a lot of comfort in this character of Miku because she expresses a sad reality that it is both euphoric and incredibly damaging to live a life believing only in comforts and living under the dependency of another. Though it's morbid, I really enjoy the touch at the end that losing her saddened Miku, because leaving someone who you're attached to in an unhealthy way isn't a liberating feeling like a lot of people assume. It feels better long term, but it can be crushing at first. Seeing that represented here, even if it's a negative feeling, was really important to me. Seeing those sad things happen in media makes us feel a lot less alone when it happened to us. And even if it didn't happen to us, we can still connect to it if we had a similar experience. Even if it's negativity, the power of connecting through it is still really strong. I also adore the art in this song, and I am a huge sucker for hypnotic aesthetics, so I'm like extra biased. I also really want someone to tell me how I should think and feel about everything at all times so I can finally turn my brain off and finally be happy. Okay, that might be a bit too mentally ill. Also, did this song make anybody else think about Amane and Futa from Milgram? Because I think this totally works for the situation they're in right now in the story. Don't believe in A, except the A in this scenario is a little girl who literally did nothing wrong. Amane is innocent, and I will scream it from the rooftops till the day I leave this earth. Clone, clone. Okay. By far, this is the song I have listened to the most on this entire list, and it's probably gonna be in my top 5 Vocaloid songs of the year. Not that I'm keeping track of that. Clone Clone by Atena, the GOAT of all time. Oh my god, seriously? I love Atena's art and music so much. Like, how do you make so much of this on your own? Are you some kind of god? It's such an amazing Vocaloid song. I don't even think I have to touch on how amazing the MV is, but as the MV lover girl, I can't leave that out. The animation looks so good. The art direction, every composition, the quality of the art itself, the character designs, the visual metaphors, god, everything here is so peak. I could make an entire video on this MV, but there's so much else that I need to mention about this song. One of those things is the use of Gumi and Rin in contrast to that of Miku and Teto. As someone with a baby brain, I often think, I wonder how the other vocal synths feel about not being used as much as Miku and Teto anymore. Obviously, they can't actually care, they're just instruments, but as someone who grew up in a world where Rin was often second pick and Gumi was the reigning queen of English Vocaloid and had a ton of popular songs attributed to her in general, I can't help but wonder that. And because of our reality, the song characterizes them as now second-rate girls who are trying so hard to be more than that. God, I love it. I love it so much. I love seeing them again. And it's really interesting seeing them in the context of reality. They're not being used anymore. They're just pathetic clones, quote unquote. I love when stuff from reality gets reflected in fictional worlds, and Clone Clone does it so well. This is why the art and MV are so important to me. Not just because it's great and I love watching it and I'm so addicted to it right now, but when a song has an interesting MV, it sticks in your head more than a song that has a regular one or none at all. Because this song has an MV, you find yourself thinking more and more about Rin and Gumi, when you probably haven't thought about them as much as Miku and Teto in a long time. MVs do so much for a song, and I'm so glad that they were utilized here. Oh, and before I forget to mention it, the use of references here literally makes me scream. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this part of the MV here flashes a scene that's meant to call back to Invisible. It looks just like the background of the song. And my favorite reference ever is this scene where Miku steals the little mauve black tart from Gumi. Deco, you will not get away with it. Actually, you know, Deco can totally get away with it. I loved that version, even though he kicked Gumi to the curb. Clone Clone is interesting for its clear Miku Teto commentary and also super relatable on its own, which is the second reason I love it. Upon my billionth listen and watch, I found myself a little sad and kind of crestfallen, just like Gumi and Rin here. Why? Because if I'm to be a little mask off, I'm a person with huge ambitions. There are so many things I want to do in my life, so many things that require hard work, ability, or even just proof that I'm not like your average person. But I'm also lazy, second rate, and really often I feel like the reality of what I am is just a lame copy of what I'm trying to be. A good artist, someone with passion, someone who can do anything if I put my mind to it. I tell myself I'm like my role models, but really I'm just some loser, pathetic clone. And for as sad as that makes me, getting to connect with Gumi and Rin because of that, just like I did earlier with Miku and Don't Believe in Tea, getting pumped up listening to this song and feeling a little more positive about it because of both of those things feels really nice. Even if it's about something a little sad to me, it's also still fun and bright and gives me hope. So Atena, I love you. Never stop making art because it's some of the best that's out there. I love this song. Bird brain. So fuck! Okay, so after my Teto video, I had a lot, and I mean a lot, of people telling me to go listen to some of Jamie Page's music. And hearing this response, I promptly did not do so. Why? I wish I could tell you. It's nothing against Jamie Page. I just, for absolutely no reason, get extremely dissuaded from doing something once people tell me they want me to do it. I know some of you out there relate to me. I know I'm not crazy. And you know, the issue with that for me is that when it comes to consuming a piece of art like a show or a movie or a song, I always end up regretting it. Because oh my god, this song is an absolute banger and I was being left out the entire time, and I'm so sorry, Jamie Page, you are amazing. So to everybody who told me to go listen to Jamie Page, you were right. Teto sounds so unique with this tuning. It's actually so cool. Teto Synth V is a voice bank that in 98% of her uses sounds the exact same to me. But in this song, she actually sounds so unique. I forget where I heard this, so sorry to the person who I'm taking this from for stealing your words, but Teto sounds like she's straining her voice. For a vocal synth, especially a synth V, to sound like they're awkwardly straining their voice, that is so cool. I've literally never heard her sound this fresh before. That's awesome. After that, I had a friend send me Rot for Clout, and the tuning was also great in that song. Also, that's a great song in general. I loved it. I've been sleeping on Jamie Page. It's embarrassing. I know. Boo me in the comments. You can boo me in the comments. And also just, God, the animation, jaw dropping. Oh my god, if I didn't already write a lot about my personal feelings on this song, this entire section would be about the animation. It's literally so good. How does anyone animate this well? I am actually in shock. But now for the emotional slop. I really love the theming. When I first listened to it, I wasn't really paying attention and just enjoyed the vibes up until that jaw-droppingly tense part in the middle. It made me lock in and actually start to process the lyrics, and God, they're great! My initial thoughts were that this song was about social anxiety, that extreme feeling of awkwardness that stops you from being able to socialize the way you would like. Even though you know the merit you have things within you that you know are great, you can't get them across, and it just makes you start to think, maybe I really am the problem here. I'm about to start my next semester of college, and all my friends from high school who were going to the same school as me ended up leaving for one reason or another. So I'm currently in that phase of, oh my god, I'm going to be completely alone when I get over there again. I can't stand being alone. All my current friends will be too busy to hang out online, just like I'll be. So if I want to hang out within the hour, eat lunch together, have sleepovers, all the fun stuff, I'm gonna have to meet some new people. But my first 2 semesters made me realize that I am absolutely hopeless at making friends now. Every conversation I have now is chock full of awkward silences, misunderstandings, jokes that fall flat, and it is driving me insane. Because of that, I eventually got to the point where I started freezing up and nodding along, just repeating random lines I have preloaded in my head, even though I'm a total yapper. Because what do I even say? If everything I say is going to be wrong or off-putting to the person, can I even talk at all? I try so hard to constantly keep up this air of, I'm not awkward, I'm totally chill and charismatic. And I think I do a pretty good job. I kind of even convince myself, but in my head, I'm screaming to get out of that situation. Even though I want to make friends, it physically hurts to try. Like, so bad. My experience certainly doesn't reflect the song perfectly, but I still relate to it so hard. And I'm sure you relate to it too, no matter your situation. Actually, I saw a ton of people saying this song resonated with them because they're autistic. Autistic people have to deal with rules of social interaction that we allistics don't even perceive. We just understand them without actually thinking about it. Autistic people struggle with these rules because though they see them more clearly than anyone else, they still operate outside of them, leading them to feel the emotions Teto is expressing in this song. Birdbrain is so good. Seriously, go give it a listen. You will relate to it. I need to wrap up this video because I've talked too much, but really quick. Oh god! Oh my penis! So hats off to Jamie Page. I'm sorry for sleeping on you and everyone involved in this production, from Sidupa to OK Glass, and of course Rice Deity was involved in this. Get out of my head! Anytime something is extremely good, it's because Rice Deity touched it. So yeah, that's the video. I wrote a lot more than I expected, but each of these songs has taken over my life for a reason. There's a lot to love. Please go check out each one and support the original creators in the description. Go enjoy the songs for yourself. Seriously, you will not regret it. If you like this one, please like the video and comment your thoughts and subscribe. And as always, make sure to keep living because that's the only way things can get better. See ya!